Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to ThePokeResort for our first official video of 2018. And as I said before in our update video, that you guys can expect more of a podcast format this upcoming year. And this isn't going to be the only kind of content, but you guys can at least see this on a consistent basis every single week. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about what Pokemon state is right now, what's going on with Pokemon, what to expect from Pokemon. We'll talk a little bit about Pokemon for the Switch and all that jazz in this upcoming episode. So if you guys are interested in more of this content, please leave a like, and also we're going to have a lot of videos of this. So don't forget to comment in the comment section below about what podcast you would guys like to talk about in future videos. You guys can give any kind of topic regarding Pokemon, and maybe we'll get to one of those topics eventually this year. So I mean, hey, there's about 50-ish weeks in the year. We're gonna have around 50 episodes, so we're gonna have a lot of different times to be able to talk about Pokemon. So definitely let you guys know that you guys can comment anything you guys want in the comment section below and talk about what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's get into it. So right now, Pokemon, we are at a bit of a stalemate with the franchise at the moment, and you know what? That's totally okay. It's okay to not have any content regarding Pokemon, because if we were filtered with Pokemon content all the time, we wouldn't get nearly as excited for when something new really comes out. So if we were to get a game every 6 months or 8 months or every year, people are going to be complaining no matter what. And I feel like we're at that point now where Pokemon, that it's not such a special thing right now. I still treat it as a special thing, but everybody wants so much of it. Like, people already want a Switch title to come out this year. I mean, we just got a game about 4-ish months, not even 4 months ago, about 3 months ago. So when I start to think about if I want a brand new Pokemon game, I want to be really hyped for it. And to have it in a year and a half from now, that gives developers another 6 months, if we expect a game every year, an extra 6 months to be able to really hone out what we can expect for an upcoming Switch title. And we have been in the routine of getting new titles in more fall / beginning of winter, around October, November, and we used to have titles be coming out in around April and May. So we might be able to get that extra 6 months pushed out to be able to get a title to be coming out in April next year rather than getting a title this year. And I just think it's a good thing for developers to just relax and not worry about pushing out content, because to be honest, they're making a ton of money anyways. No matter what, they're going to be making a lot of money on the games. And I know a lot of people did have stuff to complain about with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, where it was generally the same game until you pretty much got to the end, which is true. It is true. But we have to remember what we've experienced in past sequels or remakes of, or not really remakes, but a third installment of the game where we haven't really gotten that much information or any new content anyways. The biggest change that we did get was in Black and White 2, where we had a little bit of a different starting point to the game. I think we had a few different gym leaders to go against, and then of course the ending was different as well, where with this game of Ultra Sun and Moon, where we did get more of a alternate ending, I would say, and a few little nostalgia pieces, if you will, for that portion. So, but I did enjoy the game. I don't know if you guys did as much, because it really is a repeat, and it does get kind of frustrating to kind of be playing the same exact game until you get to the very end. So that is something that is just, you just have to deal with it. So, but I mean, it is one of those years where you're not going to be super excited for a new game to come out, because you know you're going to be getting relatively the same thing. So it's more of when a new generation comes out, that's when the hype is at an all-time high. And you guys got to remember, I mean, we just had Generation 7 in 2016. It's 2018, and you guys are already expecting a new title or a new generation for the Switch in about 2.5 years from the release. So I mean, Pokemon, if you guys also notice, they're not coming out with nearly as many Pokemon for each generation, where the past 2 generations we've really only gotten between around 60 new Pokemon, and then if we want to count Mega Evolutions and other forms, maybe it'd be around 80, and I guess Ultra Beasts, if you want to call them Legendary Pokemon, or whatever you want to call them for. But I'm just talking about just main Pokemon that we get that are new, and it's really not too many, because ever since, like, I feel like the YouTube days where we expect some kind of a new update regarding a game every single month, where everybody's looking forward to that, where before it was like anything before Black and White, or I'd say even X and Y, we just got information that would, I don't know, I would always go to Cerebi for any kind of new information. Wouldn't be expecting any kind of YouTube reveals or anything like that. It was just more, I'll just check it once in a while, like, oh, hey, there's some new Pokemon that's been leaked, and you get to see what they're about. And that was about it. I mean, even before that, it was just more of when I got the new games, all the Pokemon were new that because I haven't seen any of them unless if it came from a commercial. So we're definitely at a different day and age now where the fans of Pokemon, or really any franchise, really are always expecting something to be hitting us right away for the franchise. And with Pokemon, we're going to have a little bit of a time off, and it does stink, but at the same time, we know that Pokemon's going to be pushing out a good product when we finally get that chance to do so. So I'm still looking forward to that. If it means I have to take some time off of Pokemon, where sometimes Pokemon, it does get kind of repetitive. People get tired of it. So it is good that we get a little bit of a time off of the games, and we just get to go ahead and move forward and play something else. Play a different game. I mean, I'm sure all of us who are Pokemon fans, we don't just like Pokemon. There's other franchises that we are in love with as well, and it's good to kind of just get a break from one and come back to that franchise a little bit later on. So that's what my opinion is as far as what Pokemon is like right now. But as far as a Switch title, we definitely don't need one this year. We definitely do not. Next year, I believe, is going to be the time when we're going to be getting a new Switch title, because that just makes everything easier for the developers moving forward. And if it's going to be a new generation, I firmly believe it's going to be a new generation. I know we did have a weird Gen 7 where we didn't get a remake, where we've been consistently always having a remake every single generation, except for this one. And I guess last generation we didn't get a third installment of X and Y, but we got a remake instead. And for Generation 7, we got a third installment, or I guess third and fourth installments of Pokemon Sun and Moon instead of a remake. And I don't know, I kind of preferred it where Pokemon would take some time for each generation, where we don't need to be cranking out the generations. Relax, let's just enjoy the ride. I mean, if we had another game come out for the Nintendo 3DS that was a third or fourth gen remake, I'd be perfectly okay with that. But I'm sure Pokemon wants to start out with a brand new generation coming to the Switch, so I'm pretty sure we can all expect that going forward. So as far as what else is going on with the Pokemon franchise is the anime. The anime has pretty much finished with the main part of what we would expect from the anime, as far as Ash taking on the different kahunas, taking on the different, whatever you want to call them, the island challenges. And now we're at that point where we're in the new season where it's all about the Ultra Beasts, and the characters basically being able to go ahead and capture them for Kui and just making sure Alola stays safe. And that's what we've had for X and Y, where we had the X, Y, and Z series that revolved around Lysander, and then with Black and White we had, I think it was called Adventures in Unova and Beyond, something like that. And now it's just more of just bringing Charizard back. It's more filler until we get something new to be coming to the franchise. So I'm assuming we'll probably be getting that for quite a while for Pokemon in the anime, because it is only January, and if we aren't expecting a title for a while, we may just see maybe a break of the show, or maybe another season that would be kind of filler. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, Ash's team, it's really not too developed. He doesn't even have a full team yet, which is pretty surprising to me. Or after having a team for about two and a half years now, I believe, since Ultra Sun and Moon came out. Maybe not exactly 2.5 years, but it's a lot of time to be able to evolve your Pokemon and get some new members on the team. But Ash has been pretty small, just only having his Litten evolve, where I don't remember if that's happened yet. I'm a few episodes behind, but not too crazy. And he just has his main starter Pokemon of Pikachu. And that's about it. I mean, obviously there is Rowlett and then a couple others, but I mean, it's only about four on his team right now. So it's just more just trying to figure out what exactly he's going to be doing with his life in this game and in this series. And I don't know, hasn't been the most exciting series for me. I've kept up with it just to have my knowledge of it, but it hasn't been anything where I'm really investing my time in the series and I'm looking forward to watching it. Where right now it's just more of a casual series, nothing really crazy is entertaining me. So it's just more of, I'll just see what's going on with the anime and see if anything new pops pops up. Maybe it piques my interest, maybe it doesn't. That's okay. I just want to make sure that I'm just keeping up with it, where the anime, it's just not really, it's not catered to me anymore. I accept that. I tried to get into it, even with X and Y. The beginning of X, Y, I didn't really get into it, but the XYZ series got a little bit more into it, and it's just more of, it's for kids, guys. It's for kids. If you and if you like it, even though it's for kids, good for you. That's totally fine. Everybody has their own opinion on it, but I don't know, I'm 23 years old. I just like more adult stuff. I grew out of the show, and that's perfectly okay, but I still like the franchise a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we're just kind of hanging out with the anime, nothing too crazy going on there. And then as far as the Pokemon TCG goes, it actually hasn't been doing too well as of late, because the Crimson Invasion, that was a terrible set. I saw deals upon deals upon deals for that, where companies, they're just trying to get rid of it because nobody would buy it, and I just can't believe how low the prices were. But even how low the prices would get, like let's just say, for example, for one pack normally $4, I think it pretty much went all the way down to $2 or less for a pack, just if you like bought in bulk or anything like that, where it was very cheap, very cheap. But at least we do have the new Ultra Sun and Moon cards coming out with something Ultra Prism, I believe that's it, the new expansion. That's actually coming out right now, so if you guys are kind of looking forward to that part of the franchise, you guys can start getting into that portion. But I've played a little bit in the TCG, and as far as the main decks that are still around, they've been around since the beginning of last year, so nothing really new or exciting has come to the meta of VGC. So if you guys have been playing it before, you guys know what's going on. If you guys haven't been playing the TCG, well, then it doesn't even really matter what I say is going on, because you guys will just want to just go ahead and play your cards, and you guys kind of pick up what is the current meta going on around, and it's pretty easy to pick up. So as far as the VGC, now the VGC, that has been actually something that I haven't been involved in, mainly because I don't really have time for it. I know a lot of people do enjoy the VGC, but that's just not really something that I'm as into, because when I play strategy-based games, they have to move quickly for me. If people take a minute or something to do their turn, I lose complete interest, and it's just not for me. So that's why I've played on Showdown because it's quick, I can make the teams quickly, but as far as playing on the actual video game where you have to do the breeding and stuff, I don't got time for that. I know there's ways where people will do their hacking and put in whatever character they need that's still legal to do it. I mean, I'd totally be down for it, but to be honest, I just don't want to invest my time into it, and that's totally okay, because I mean, I'm sure you guys have the same opinion, and I'm sure some of you guys like doing all that stuff, so that's totally okay. I mean, as far as the VGC goes, it's pretty much been the same for the past year. I mean, I at least keep up on it, where I mean, we do have a few new Ultra Beasts, but at the same time, I've been seeing all the main Pokemon. But I guess there is the good thing with the new meta as far as allowing Mega Evolutions go in the TCG. So if you guys have been out of it and you guys are looking to use your Mega Evolution Pokemon that maybe you were more involved in the VGC in the Generation 6, definitely now might be the time to invest your time back into it, because now pretty much everything goes. I mean, obviously they still have the legendary bands and stuff like that, but they do have the Alolan Pokemons you're able to use. You're able to use some Ultra Beasts. You're able to use the Mega Evolution, so it is a new form. So I think that's the biggest thing that's going on as far as keeping people interested in the video game franchise, is allowing Mega Evolutions, which just kind of changes up your strategy and figure out what works and what doesn't work. When as far as the TCG goes, a lot of people just are using the same card that they've been using in like March of last year, so nothing too crazy has changed there. But moving on from that, as far as what Pokemon makes, it's now about what the Poketubers are making. And right now, it's tough to stay relevant, because a lot of people aren't just as into Pokemon, so not as many people are watching it, and that's totally okay. Everybody has their own thing that they like, and people still like it. Well, I guess you'll have people doing their Nuzlocks or any kind of form of Nuzlocke. You have the shiny hunting, you have the VGC. You don't see a lot of TCG. There are not a lot of TCG Pokemon YouTubers. I can pretty much only think of about 4-ish off like the top of my head, and that's about it. A lot more people do the VGC and all, but I mean, when you see the same content being posted by Poketubers every single day for about 3-4 years in a row now, it gets a little stale. So now it's basically our job to find something new that we would all enjoy doing and I guess watching, where I know people still enjoy watching shiny hunting, people still enjoy watching VGC, but the numbers have definitely dwindled, and it also is January, where this is a low revenue month for a good amount of YouTubers, just as far as what advertisers want to be paying for, and it's just a dead month, to be honest. So you'll see probably a lot more YouTubers posting more starting in February compared to January, but I mean, you guys know what you guys can get out of any YouTuber. It's just more the personality that you guys be going for, because I mean, anyone can watch VGC at any channel, because pretty much most channels do it. Not every channel does, but most channels do it. And then shiny hunting, it's just pretty much all the personality, but I still don't get the excitement of shiny hunting. I mean, if someone else is doing it, I mean, I don't care if you get a shiny. I want to be getting the shiny. I want to be excited for myself getting a shiny. I don't care if you get a shiny. I mean, I guess it's cool, but I'm not gonna watch 2,000 some resets for that to finally happen. I mean, if you guys have that time, I don't know how anyone has that time, to be honest, to be doing that, but I mean, good for them that they are doing it. I just don't really understand the point of the viewing audience for it. I mean, and you can also pretty much figure out what you're going to be getting for a reaction. It's going to be over the top, and people are going to be freaking out and screaming, and then it's over, and then you're going to be getting the same exact thing every single time. So I don't know, I just don't understand the viewership behind that, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. But I know that the numbers are dwindling, so now, hey, Poketubers, you guys, it is now your turn to find something new that everybody is going to watch. And you know what's going to happen? You find that one new thing, all the other YouTubers, they're going to be copying it and then adding it to their channel. So it's just more of you guys know what to expect with YouTube as far as Poketubers go, and we know it's not like it's something that needs to be said anymore. It's just, that's just what happens. You click YouTube, you're looking for something Pokemon related, you got about 4 different options you can choose from, and that's about it. Now just pick the personality you want to watch, and that's how it all goes around. So yeah, but as far as this channel goes, I guess, I mean, we kind of had our update before, but I mean, you can expect podcasts with this channel. We'll probably have some top 5s, top 10s sometime throughout year, because I mean, I've been more of an editing based channel, where I'd have take some time to be able to make videos and have edited recordings, such. So I mean, it's just all what I feel like doing, but I wanted to be consistent in one aspect at least, so you guys know that I'm still here, that I'm still making content. So I thought doing a podcast format is something that I can easily crank out every month. I mean, I'm working a little bit more, I'm still in school, I'm getting closer to finishing school, so that definitely means more work for me to do and less time for YouTube. But I thought just being able to talk into a microphone for half hour or an hour once a week, I feel like that's pretty doable. And I still like Pokemon, so I don't mind doing it. It's good to be able to talk a little bit about Pokemon. Hopefully in the future we'll have other guests joining the channel, so we can give other different perspectives on the franchise for whatever topic that we'll be talking about in the future. But I thought this would be a good one to start out, and thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Austin. You guys can subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell as well. Also, so this is my first time doing a podcast, and I did it without a face cam. Now, the face cam I have is a Logitech. It's, I don't know, I forgot the name of it, but I mean, it's an alright webcam, and I just don't know what you guys, if your preference is. Do you guys want my face to be on here? Do you guys just want a screen that doesn't really have anything on it? Maybe I'll put some video game behind it. I haven't really decided what I'm going to be doing for the screen, at least for this first episode. But if you guys want the camera to come back, so you guys have something to look into, you guys can totally let me know in the comment section below, and I'll just see what everybody is thinking as far as what they want for the future of the channel to be, as far as what you guys will be watching on the channel. And I think that's about all I have to say. We'll just have Veronica Taylor, the original Ash Ketchum, sign us out, and have a good one, guys.
Hey trainers, Ash Ketchum here to thank you for watching the ThePokeResort. Become a Pokemon Master by subscribing to Austin's channel. Don't forget to see his other recent videos so you can watch them all. Pikachu and I have surfing lessons with Austin's Alolan Raichu. So, we'll catch you later.